Hi traders, let's just go through a couple of trades I did today. If you look at this oil, this is a huge trend line coming in right underneath this. So I started buying those off this monthly S2 and just grabbing some profits. A lot of resistance up here at 90, and so we've got Invent tomorrow, so let's just see how that one goes. The other one I traded was the Dow. If you look at this on a 15-minute chart, I quoted this price, or close to this price, in the room. I suggested that you watch 670. It actually came and tested 660, and so yeah, a lot of resistance up here. So I took some off, and because I've got to leave I've got to go out anyway. So happy with that. That's I got 670 to 750, so that's okay. Euro I shorted, would you believe? Where was I? Yeah, I saw all this resistance up here, got short and saw all this support, so ramp stop up to this point here. It's just got stopped out enough just to cover my spreads, because this just bust up. It's a nice little flag in the end. So yeah, had it start closing below, I would have just kept my stop out of the way and see if I could run it down. But let's look at the 60 minutes. You can see what I was looking at on the 60 minutes. We were one of these days when you just ignore the RSI, because when we got to this point here, we were high RSI. I can't remember if it was extreme RSI. So I watched it come down there. Had it have closed down there, I could have been in business. The shorts could have really been in business. But the euro has retreated itself, and obviously the longs made far more money than shorts. I think when you get anything like this, yeah, breakout like that, you should just just take that breakout and then get long and stay long, and then see where you are at the end of the day. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. That would have been, yeah, it was mid-morning, late between the US and the Euro session. Right, let's just look at where we are now then. Obviously we've got good 2 or 3/4 hours trading on this Dow. So I would expect at the close, I think we might even engulf this price action. At the very least, I'd expect R1 to be retested. This bodes well. If we close like this, I would buy 14,685 tomorrow, which is this line here, and then see if we can bust right out again up to 15,000, because all these, right from back end of last year, all the pullbacks have been bought, and this is no exception. Okay, so we need a pullback in the Dow tomorrow, assuming we hold up. UK jobs tomorrow. This is right on the line as well. Yeah, tucked under R1. We have, if we looks as if we're going to engulf yesterday's bar. If we close up here, we're going to engulf yesterday's bar. If we see 153.35 tomorrow, then that is a buy. We could, if the job state is very positive, we could just break out. We could just, whatever the high is on the close today, we could just shoot up, and R2 155 is looking good. Not an easy one to trade at times, in that we had a good 3 days, pulled back to this support, broke out their resistance and then popped right back in again. So not easy, but just watch out for these charts that hang around daily 50 EMAs. Pound yen, not as strong as the dollar pairs. Having said that, this is quite some run it's been on. Close above R2. I would love to get a pullback tomorrow to this level here, which is 148. I mean, that would mean a 200-point drop. Not so sure we're going to get that, so I would take R2 149.50 if we get it tomorrow, to see if we can break through this area here and get back up to R3. The CAD pairs have been really good. I have to say, I've missed these, which is very remiss of me. The Euro CAD had a last week. We spent all last week. I didn't mean to do that. Just grab the tool. Spent all of last week hanging around this area here. Quite a tight chart, but once we broke out of that 133 yesterday, we've had a nice move up to 135, close to. It's too high for me now, so I'm going to have to stand back. Even the pound Aussie dollar had a pretty good move yesterday when lots of stuff was selling off. You see, what's happened here is gold has reacted with the Aussie US. So Aussie US is hanging around this monthly pivot. So if we break, let's say quite a sell-off, we break here, let's come into the bottom of the fib zone, massive support at this 103. So I mean, that is viable. That 103.50 is viable tomorrow with a stop under 103. There's a relatively tight stop to see if we can see some kind of recovery close to 105. But you are, I'm suggesting this on the basis this is a stopping bar. Obviously we've got this fib zone, we've got the 50 EMA ahead of us. So if you don't want to risk 50 points, don't trade it. Right. Just a quick look at the FTSE. See, that's holding the S1. A lot of support down there, so if we break today's high, that could pop back up. We'll see UK jobs tomorrow. And oil on daily, that is a hammer light bar. Invents tomorrow. I think if we break today's high, we could get back to S1 91.85. It stops going to be under 86. Okay, and let's just switch to a few commodities. I'll get rid of that. So beans are back in play after that big sell-off. They've been pushing up since 1356. So that was the weekend bar there, and on the next Monday we broke above that. So that was a nice trade. Let's look at copper. Copper is a great indicator for confidence levels. This is a major support level here, so break that tomorrow and that copper's back in play. Copper's very reactive to Chinese news, because as China is a big consumer of copper in a strong environment. So we break up through that S1 and that could get us right back to 35. And some stocks. Let's look at Vodafone. Is still sitting on 190. Premier Foods is doing okay at 74. Just that, look, if that could break 74, that could pop up. General is, ooh, yes, come off 900. Wow, that's a sweet move up to 900. You know, if we start closing above 830 tomorrow, that could, I think that could retest the highs at 90. I think that is potentially a good opportunity to get in there. Let's see. That on the basis that's a stopping bar. So we're just under the fib zone. If you wait a day to see if we close above the fib zone, that is a good place to get in. Right, a couple of ones I'm keeping a close eye on. So Standard Chartered. It's got something of a doji bar down there, 1605. Let's put the fibs on this. I just have to get. Let's tidy this one up. That is the fibs. Yeah, we're in the fib zone. So I've taken that from November lows to March highs. RSI is very low. We have a lot of history around here at 1586 anyway. We're coming for daily 200 EMAs down there. I think if we close above there tomorrow, I think that's back in play. Standard Chartered and Hargreaves Lansdowne. That keeps going up. Very strong one. BP is had a good run up into the fib zone, 465, and then came right the way back down again. And so that's a stopping bar. I would wait and see if that tests S1. I would sit tight and wait and see if that tests S1. However, if you're an intraday trader and we break 950 tomorrow, I will be a buyer. Okay, I hope that helps and happy trading.